Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope we do well here, inshallah. I've had a lot of experience in terms of soccer. Growing up, I played from the age of 7. I played a lot of soccer growing up in Canada. I played high level and I played semi pro. So, yeah, it's a passion of mine and I love soccer. I have 3 kids that also go to OMA. You guys know some of them. And yeah,
Okay, so now we'll be moving on to the first question. Brother said, why did you join OMA in the first place? What was it all about? Why did you join it?
should I have joined OMA? What do you guys think?
I mean, I think you're a very good piece to this OMA Soccer League. So,
Just
how
the
do you feel
soccer
about
league?
joining?
Not to the school?
To the school too.
To the school and the soccer league. Very grateful.
Okay, mashallah. No, I've always been part of the youth. When I was a youth, I had really good mentors that supported our initiatives, what we had in the community. So it's always been, within me to pay it forward. And as part of paying it forward, I've always been involved with youth or schools, especially when my kids go to Islamic school. So before this, they went to Al Falah, so I was very involved with Al Falah. And now that I came to OMA, initially when I came to OMA, it was just to help the school where I can and how I can get involved with the youth.
So like last year, the state of OMA Soccer League. I'm pretty sure you've heard from brother Fahad that the state of OMA Soccer League in grade 6 and grade 7, they weren't very. Let's just say it had to stop. So, did you have any doubts or uncertainties about starting it again if history doesn't repeat itself?
Good question. I haven't been here long enough to um, to know if this would be a success again or not. But I've talked to Brother Fahad a lot. Him and I have been having a lot of conversations around this. And he did tell me about some of the challenges that happened last year and why um, it had to stop. Right. So going into this year, Brother Fahad and I, just like you guys are preparing, let's say, for this broadcast, Brother Fahad and I actually met a lot over the summer, talked about putting in, certain protocols, um, so to make it successful, right? So I think it will be a successful league, inshallah, this year. And but again, a lot of it relies on the students, how you guys behave, how you guys, you know, perform at the end of the day. And the OMA Soccer League isn't just about playing soccer, right? It's a program that's tied to the leadership program.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of it depends on you, not us. We've created the framework for you guys.
Yeah.
But ultimately you guys hold the key to making it successful or not.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Now, moving on to question 3. So, have there been been any issues concerning the revival of the OMA Soccer League? Has there anything happened before yet? Or has it been just completely perfect?
So we've done 6 weeks now of the OMA Soccer League. And Alhamdulillah, for majority of it, it has been good. But as you guys know, we have had incidents in that time. And I'm not going to go into the specifics of the incidents. We know what they are. And due to those incidents involving those students, they were suspended from the program. Right? So the approach right now we're taking is, yes, there are some individuals, if they aren't going to behave and they're not going to follow the protocols, they're not going to do these things, they'll be punished for it. Right? And this is a privilege, guys. At the end of the day, this program is a privilege. It has nothing to do with the Ontario curriculum. It has nothing to do with these things.
Yeah, because in public schools, you're just running around the field doing whatever you want.
Exactly.
Someone's playing soccer, someone's not playing soccer, someone's just throwing sticks.
Yeah, so if things do get worse, then we'll shut it down. But right now, things have been good. We've addressed some issues that have happened, and they've understood it as well. So yeah, alhamdulillah, so far so good.
Yeah. So moving on to the next question. So, have you noticed any changes in OMA, the culture now? Have you noticed any changes, good or bad? Any kind of changes from like previous year, whatever you've heard from Brother Fahad?
Yeah, I think this year has been I think I was there for a good 4 or 5 months last year too.
Yeah.
So in terms of two things that I've really seen a change, one is in the skills, right? We have started to work on soccer.
Yeah.
You guys played soccer, but you actually didn't know how
We
to
were
play soccer.
chasing the ball around.
Exactly, you would chase and kick,
Yeah.
right? You guys didn't actually understand the fundamentals of soccer. So this year has been a huge change in the plays. Even in the last week games where we had like a tic tac toe play almost, where you guys scored, Emma's team scored. So a lot of now you're seeing proper soccer, right? Where it's good to the eyes because that are watching. Why do you watch soccer? Because you just watch it on TV because you like it. You want to see plays. You want to see these things, right? So now a lot of that's happening. One thing. Second thing, a lot of the communication and teamwork has gotten better. From last year, what I used to see was not existing. So this year, I'm seeing a lot of that as well. As well, not just soccer, right? Even in school and in class and in other competitions, you guys are taking what you're learning as part of the leadership and OMA program, soccer program, and actually using it in school and other work. So really good. I'm proud to see these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a huge, I guess, will really understand the development at the MAC tournament.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's our goal to go win that tournament, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing, even in gym class or as part of the OMA soccer, is to prepare for that tournament. A lot of the things that I used to see last year was, even inside the gym where the goal keep or the goal kicks you shoot at the net, which you can't do. You can't score from goal kicks. So a lot of these things you guys are starting to learn.
One time, someone shot the ball so hard he literally broke a piece of the wall.
Yeah.
A piece of the wall came chipping off.
So like small rules like these, right? Like you guys just like to play, but you haven't learned the rules and the format of how to play. So, but this year you guys have, again, we're learning in class, we're learning in gym class as well of how to do things properly, how to play the game properly. So yeah, I think it's done really good.
Thank you for that. Now, moving on to question 5. Has like the OMA Soccer League, has it like improved or declined? Because obviously, last year it declined a lot, but now has it improved more or has it just gone worse and worse?
So you made a comment, right? It declined. What does that mean?
As in, like, has it gone
You
down?
made a comment that last year it declined. Why did it decline last year? What was the reason?
Because most of the players, they were getting really toxic, and they started getting like just thinking everything's about scoring, and they just want to win the competition. That's about it. So has it improved now? Is it like now for this year? Is it improving or is it like going down?
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So you said a very important word, toxic.
Yes.
So last year we had a lot of challenges in terms of behavior issues. We had on-field behavior issues, and like you said, the mindset of kids last year was to just score goals.
Yeah.
Right? And soccer is a chess game.
Yes.
It's exactly like a chess game.
Everything's about strategy.
Right? Everything's about a strategy. In chess, you have a pawn, you've got knights, you've got different pieces that do different things.
King, queen.
In soccer, it's the exact same way. You have defenders, you have midfielders, and you have forwards. Right? Imagine if everybody just went to forwards.
Then it'd be completely imbalanced.
Imbalanced. The other team will have an easy chance to score.
Right? You get past the forwards,
Once you get past,
goal for them.
exactly. So soccer is a strategy game, right? If you watch the Premier League, if you watch, are they like 20-0? Are they 30-0 games? No, they're like 2-1, 3-1, right? Maybe one time you get like 9-0 that Arsenal beat Manchester United one time, 9-0, 10-0.
Liverpool vs Manchester United.
Yeah.
7-0.
Yeah, 7-0. So these are like odd games that you get to hear, right? But usually, if you watch the games, they're like 3-1, 2-1, 2-0. Not a lot of games. That's why it's a chess to break down the other team. How do you do it? So that was my goal this year, teaching you guys how to play properly, how to control the game, how to move up as a team, how do you defend as a team. And truly, like from last year to this year, day and night change, guys. The plays that I'm seeing happen on the field, incredible. Indoor and outdoor, the passing plays, the movement off the ball. I think it's really we still have a long way to go as a school, right? As a program, but I think we're in the right direction.
So, what do you think? What's the main reason those changes happened? Was it the teachers? Was it the students? What was the driving force of those changes?
What changes? Explain. When you say changes.
So, like you told us that previously, last year, basically, the whole thing was all over the place.
Okay.
People weren't making plays. Basically, like you explained, if everyone's going up all at the same time, then the game's gonna end up being very unbalanced, and people are the score is gonna be like 9-0 and that kind of stuff. So it's not gonna be fun to watch. So now you said that people are actually making plays, and the games are getting closer together, more balanced. So what do you think? What do you think led to those changes?
Yeah, again, my background is soccer. I played a lot of soccer, and when I see it being played poorly, it upsets me. So, not just that, right? As part of the our gym curriculum, right? We have to teach to make sure that you know how to play the sport properly, right? Every sport that we are playing as part of gym, you need to know, you need to learn how to play it properly. So, and OMA has this reputation now of being a soccer school, right?
Yeah.
So that's where, when I first came in, that's what I was told. OMA is a soccer school. So then what I wanted to do is, okay, we need to play it the right way then, right? Because it's not now, it's for the future, right? So that was one of the things that was really made me change a lot of the things we do. Is one, we need to play it properly, and then second, if we do want to become a branded school that calls ourselves, soccer, then we need to make sure we play properly. And
Question 7. What are your main goals for the future, or side goals, or any goals, in fact, for the future? Anything in mind?
Future, so far away. I don't know what to do with that one, but yeah, inshallah. No, I'm
Okay,
kidding.
good question.
Future, I think when you start looking at strategies and different things, you look at like 3 years, 5 years, 10-year kind of journeys, right? So my short-term goal for this year is to make sure everybody from grade 3 and up knows the fundamental of playing soccer.
As in, like, fundamental, as in...
Fundamental. They should know how to pass. They should know how to shoot. They should know, where to pass to, how to pass. All of these fundamentals of soccer, right? That's a short goal for all of them. That's what we're learning right now, is how to play the game properly. For the future, I would love for us to double the number of students that we have, so we can have a big academy for soccer. To build our own OMA soccer field, a turf soccer field.
Really want that.
Yeah, and
Proper environment.
Proper environment, flourishing. Creating a brotherhood environment where people are safe at the same time, right? All levels of skill players can come and play, right? Like we have, like Akram, who tries his hardest now, who gets involved, who plays really well. Last year, he would just stand in the corner, right? He wouldn't play. So he's a player that has gotten improved over time, and he's gotten more interested in it, right? So I want that. I want this program to be where we're inclusive of people, regardless of their skill level, right? And everybody to understand that. Doesn't matter. You could be a superstar or whatever, but the inclusiveness is important.
So, what are some things you're gonna do to reach this goal?
I'm gonna go to Brother Imran and ask him for $1 million.
That might be a little hard.
That's the first
What
thing I'm
else?
gonna ask him to do, so we
Very
can build.
realistic.
But no, again, short-term goals lead to long-term strategy, right? The long-term strategy is to become a soccer school, right, where we thrive on soccer and on leadership at the same time. That's why the both programs, leadership and soccer, are together, right? So again, short term is the things that we're doing. We introduced the OMA program again, soccer program again. We're running the leadership program side by side. And how do we tweak that is what we learn. Okay, there are some things that we'll learn as the program develops. But again, the future goal is to create you guys as part of the leadership program is all about having confidence in yourself, right? That's what I want ultimately to build as part of the leadership program and OMA soccer program is to be confident in yourself. When you're out there in the world, you should be stepping up and taking lead, right?
Remember before
So what was it like before?
grade fives, grade sixes, if they're playing against grade seven, eights, they never even tried. They just scared of the
Yeah.
ball and not even try at all.
Yeah,
What do you think changes that?
Brother Fahad. I don't think Brother Fahad gets enough credit for the amount of energy and enthusiasm and his craziness that he like instills with you guys. It all creates from that culture, right? So he started it from that culture. And whatever dua he made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that brought me here, semi crazy like him. I don't think I'm totally crazy like him, but I'm semi crazy. But he made that dua and Allah made it happen, right? Because he's in the right direction. So we want you kids to do better, right? We want you guys to be in leaders of tomorrow, right? And the soccer program and the leadership program is going to instill that. And the biggest thing that I'll keep emphasizing is being confident Muslims. You should be able to be very confident, put your head up regardless of the environment, right? Small note that I'm gonna make. When we were going to the dollar store, what did you say, right?
No, I didn't mean it like
No,
that.
I know, but
But I was saying that like people start staring at you whenever you walk into like a store with a jumpa. So
yeah, with the
you
jumba
shouldn't-
and
yeah,
with the topi,
yeah.
right? People
You
are
shouldn't be-
staring.
yeah.
It's like, you know what you should do in that
Shouldn't
moment?
be afraid
No.
of that. Yeah.
You should look at them and you should smile.
Yeah.
You should say, hi, how are you? Right? Never be afraid.
Yeah.
Never be afraid. Right? So, yeah, and I didn't mean like you are. I'm just saying there was a comment like, someone
Yeah.
would be scared and would walk away. But that's what I mean, right? You should hold yourself high. Just because you're a Muslim doesn't mean you're looked down upon in any way, right?
Question 9. So, do you think that we're we're actually going in the right direction with the soccer league?
Yeah, as a soccer program, I think we are going in the right direction. There's a lot of energy now in the school. Everybody looks forward to our soccer games. And at the same time, it's changed behaviors of individuals, right? Where they want to do better in class, they want to behave, they want to do better. So then they keep having the privilege of playing in the soccer tournament. So I think we are in the right direction. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. One of my friends was very shocked how this entire thing happened just from a school, just 5 and 8s to high school. They made this entire soccer league happen. How are your thoughts about that?
Is this friend in school or is it outside school?
Outside school.
Outside, yeah. So again, we have to, when looking at this, you have to look at it as a holistic, right? If, as an example, Brother Imran did not buy in on the strategy, wouldn't be possible, right? So it's a staff, all the staff together, Brother Imran, Brother Arshad, Brother Ibrahim, right? If none of them bought it, we would not be here. It's that simple, right? So it starts from that. right? Look, we need some change. We need to bring some change in. And they're also seeing the benefit now. The staff members are seeing the benefits of the soccer program, right? Where the kids are more involved. They are getting better, not just in sports, but also in school as part of the leadership program too. So, um, yeah, I mean, when you look at it outside, guys, there's no one else doing this, right? When you go to it doesn't matter if you go to a private school, if you go to a public school, right? It's all about just learning, just get the best marks, right? That doesn't create leaders of tomorrow. That doesn't create a confident human being. That it takes many different elements to make a human being.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, some people say that if you're playing like too much soccer in the school, you're gonna like stop focusing on your studies. So I kind of disagree because this thing not forces, motivates a lot of people. Don't just it motivates a lot of people to do better in class, but some people still don't agree with it. So what do you have to say to them?
Again, are these people in school or outside school?
Outside school.
Outside the school we're talking about, right? Okay, just want to make sure you have the context. Um, there's one thing I'll tell you that noise happens regardless of if you do the things right or wrong. And if you're doing things right, you'll get more noise. The shaitan would want to stop it from happening. There's more noise. And again, to those people that have that comment about we're just focusing on sports, you know, I shouldn't have to speak to that. You guys should speak to that, right? You guys are in school. You know the stuff that's happening, right? We've got the leadership program. We have many different contests, science contests. This podcast is another contest. We have many different educational things happening at the same time. But again, just because you're reading a book, just because you're reading a science book and you're just performing a formula doesn't make you a complete human being, right? To become a leader, as an example, or to become confident, you have to do many different things. Like this thing that we're doing podcast is out of your niche. You've never done it, right? You said you didn't want to do it, right? But it's outside, so it's making you learn something new, right? How many schools do that? Forces, show you new things to do, right? If you don't try something new, how are you going to know either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it, right? So again, it goes back to we want to be able to give you as many new things and as many new opportunities, so you have more skills. Then you know what you like and what you don't like, right? And that's what we're doing in terms of development of the school as well. We're going to add new different elements here and there to make sure you guys have different skill sets.
So, like it happened last year, it's bound to happen this year again. I hope it doesn't, but what if it happens? So, if someone's causing problems on the field or off the field, anywhere, if anyone's causing problems, like the stuff that happened last year. So, if someone's doing that again, what's your plan now to deal with it instead of shutting down the soccer league?
Yeah, I think we kind of covered that earlier a little bit too. But like I said, individual majority, like I said, majority of the kids are doing well, right? If there are those pieces that are causing problems, then they have to be dealt with individually. But if that toxic, I'm going to stick with that word, toxic, because I really like it. If that toxic is like a disease, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't stop the disease, it spreads, right? So sometimes, even by trying to stop a disease, it might not stop, right? COVID is a perfect example. They tried to stop it, but it didn't, right? So right now, we're trying to stop the disease. And alhamdulillah, it's working. But if that toxicity progresses with a lot of the kids, then the privilege goes away, right? But you guys have understood that too. The students have really understood that, right? And we can't do anything if the students don't buy in to this formula that we've created. So, yes, those kids that were part of it, we dealt with it and they were suspended. They were suspended for a good 4 to 6 weeks. They're still suspended. They haven't come back yet, right? So, until they don't show improvement in other aspects, then they will not come back, right? We're not going to penalize the whole school for a couple of people. But again, like I keep saying, if that spreads, then it will stop. Which I hope, I pray that it doesn't happen. It doesn't come to that. And the students, you have to take responsibility. Remember, guys, that sometimes you have to talk to your peers, right? It isn't just us, because you're friends. So you got to talk to them. If there's one individual, collectively you can talk to them and say, "Hey, don't do it like this. It affects all of us." Right? So it's not just a teacher ownership, it's both of us. It's a partnership between the students and the teacher to do this.
Question 11. How will you, or if you already do you motivate kids that are like not even interested, like Akram and other players that are not interested in sports, to contribute to the team?
Amazing question. So, I think like 90% of the students love soccer. There's that 10%. And
Usually the new students.
yeah, the new students or just less active kids, right? They don't want to play, right? And how do we keep them involved? There's two ways, right? One is the leadership program. We make them leaders. We show them what it feels like to lead a team. And second, it's about inclusiveness. That was another word that I use, inclusiveness, right? I make sure they're always included, right? Either they're, whichever possibility it is, but they're always included, right? And I'm always talking to them to tell them, you're part of a team. Alone, Ronaldo cannot do anything, guys. Alone, Messi cannot do anything. If you put Messi in 11 players, what's going to happen?
And again,
He might pass 2, 3, 4. Who's going to defend? When the other team gets the ball, he has no one to defend them, right? So everybody has a part to play. You cannot tell me that, everybody doesn't have a strength, right? It doesn't have to be on field, right? So as an example, let's say there's 7 players per team or 8 players, right? Let's say that you make one person responsible, right, for as a coach. You can make them a coach if they're really good at it. They can keep playing as well, but you have to identify who has what strengths. They could be sitting outside and they could be doing, oh, let's substitute this, let's do this, let's do that. You're still part of the team, right? Different ways of looking at it, right? They can do analysis on the team and then come and tell you, hey, captain, you put in Ibrahim forward. I don't think he should be playing forward. He should be playing midfield. There's many things that you can do. This isn't just about soccer. It's about how do you win as a team, right? Professional teams have like 6, like Manchester United, as an example, or Liverpool. They have 15 analysts, right? One per player that's watching them, figuring it out, and then they have a coach. You have an assistant coach, right? So there's many different roles that players have and coaches have. So again, that's one way of keeping them engaged in the team. Fine, they don't want to play, but how do we keep them engaged in the game is the main thing, right?
what if there's another player on the team that just doesn't want to get engaged? What would we do with them? Like they just don't.
We would find their strengths. Like I said, engagement. Everybody wants. Maybe everybody doesn't want to play. There's a difference between the two, right? Like I talked about, engagement is the captain's responsibility to figure out whose strengths are what.
Now, if we look back, so when, for example, I was in grade 5, we used to play that kind of soccer where you just kick the ball around and then just shoot that round thing into Mars. So basically now though, due to the leadership program and the OMA Soccer League, so the grade 3 to 5, those guys, they've gotten significantly better in leadership and their confidence basically. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the confidence and skill increase in the grade 5 to 6 and those people, younger kids?
You mean younger, grade 3 to 5?
Younger.
Yeah, I think, again, when you start learning the game properly, right, a lot of things change, right? You have never had a proper gym teacher. in the past, right? Who would teach you how to play the game properly, right? So the school made that investment, right? The school made an investment to bring me on as a proper teacher. So now you're learning the game properly. So once you start, like, remember, fundamentals is everything, right? If I just gave you a computer and you've never used it, will you know how to use it?
No.
No, you have to be taught,
Yeah.
right? So I think that has been one of the major big changes in OMA in bringing in a proper teacher who can
Yeah.
teach you the game
Because
properly.
previously, our math teacher used to teach us gym too. No offense to the math teacher. He
No.
was a pretty good teacher. Yeah. Just that he used to teach us gym too. So
Yeah, there wasn't a dedicated teacher
yeah,
for gym.
not
Yeah,
dedicated,
I see.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that's made a big change, and I keep going back to this leadership program that Brother Fahad started. Right, like it's changed a lot of the way things do, and there a whole culture has changed in the school. Right, like and we've done, and again, it does take monetary help to get things done. Right, like bringing in proper equipment, bringing in things. So that's also made a big change.
So right now we have Phoenix and Paris with 10 because they won the spelling bee. Green Crescent with 8. Yellow Diamonds and Red Lions tied for third. And then Alamuis fourth with 2 points. So how do you think the OMA Soccer League is going so far, and what are your opinions?
Yeah, I think the number of games that we've played has been amazing. The skill level has been good. I think in the beginning, like I said, there were some issues that we dealt with.
Yeah.
Once we removed those individuals, the game has gone like 100 times better, right? And one of the students had that same mentality from last year,
Yeah.
right? It's about scoring, 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 right? Not passing,
Yeah.
not learning the game properly. So once we removed that, the last 5 games have been really good, right? Amazing. If I were to look at each team, we could actually I'll go bottom up instead of top down. Al-Amiri's has Yahya, right?
Yeah, and
Yahya.
Haris.
Yahya and Haris. They actually have a pretty good team. They just haven't figured out the chemistry between them, but they actually have a pretty good team. My recommendation to Haris, he has to figure out where each player plays a little bit better. But I think that team can surprise. That team can surprise everyone in terms of the standings doesn't actually truly reflect their skills and the players that are playing. So I think they could do really better, much better. Red Lions, who's Red Lions?
Lions Arham and Uzam.
Uzam and Arham, and it's Yusuf, the new kid, right? Yunus.
No, Yunus left that team to Green Crescents.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the players from Green
Okay.
Crescents.
Riyadh is on?
Riyadh is on Yellow Diamonds.
Yellow Diamonds. Okay, cool. So Ahmad, Arham, and Uzam, again, they have a really good team too. They just need to figure out again. Arham, as a captain, needs to figure out what best position he needs to play because he can play multiple positions. He can play forward, he can play midfield, he can play defense.
Goalie also.
And goalie, exactly. He's an all-rounder player, but he also has to figure out how to utilize the other pieces. Right? Ozam is also good. Ozam can score goals and he can play defense, but it's not about 2 players. It's about 5 players. How to get the chemistry going between the 5 players. Yellow Diamonds has who again? You're in Yellow Diamonds.
Riyadh.
Riyadh, Yunus, Ihan.
Not Yunus. Ayub.
Ihan. You actually, I love your team.
Thank you.
Right? You have talent, really good young talent on your team. Right? So when you look at teams like professional teams like Liverpool and these guys, they draft younger kids so it'll be set for the future kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So you can either trade some of your assets that you have to make your team even better when the trade draft line comes in, or you can keep the same team. But you haven't figured out how to play with your team yet because you have a lot of juniors on your team.
Yeah.
And those kids are really good. You need to still work with those kids and figure out their strengths and how they can best help you win. Because I feel like when when your team gets down, you get in this mentality: I gotta score, I gotta score, I gotta score to win. And that's not going to be successful for the future. You got to figure out how we're going to win as a team, right? You can't you can't do it alone. Like I said, one person can't do it alone.
Yeah.
So you actually have a pretty solid team. I expect much bigger things from your team because of the younger talent pool that you have. Okay, so going back to Green Crescent now. So who's on Green Crescent again? Remind me.
Green Crescent has Yunus Haji, Abdullah, and
Abdullah Zanoon and these guys. Okay, cool. So one player has been suspended from this team,
that's why Yunus has transferred there.
and Yunus Haji came onto the team.
Yeah.
I think Abdullah, as a leader, because he had a pretty big piece removed from his team, he has to juggle a little bit. So again, that's a leader. So when we are playing professional soccer, we have injuries, we have many things, right? And that's why you cannot rely on one player. You have to build a team. So if somebody gets injured, somebody gets ill, somebody whatever, you have other pieces that can infill the team. So Abdullah does have a bigger challenge right now in refiguring out his team, even though he's on the top. But the last two, I think, 1 or 2 games, it's showing the loss of that player, right? So he's really got to regroup and figure out the strengths of his players on
He's
his team.
thinking that one player just has to carry him. He just is too used to him.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're relying on that just one player to keep scoring for you to keep your team going, what if, forget the behavior issues, forget about everything, what if you got injured tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then that's why you'll have a bigger impact. That's why you need to make sure you develop your
I have
team.
that.
Exactly. Phoenix,
Has Captain Ayan, and there's
Ayan, Badr
as
Ahmad.
2 main players, and rest are I don't know the team much.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So Ayan
Yusuf also.
Ayan
Yeah,
is
great.
Yusuf, yeah, so goalie. So on paper, they have a really strong team because you have Yusuf, that's a really good goalie, right? You have Ayan, who's a very good leader as an analytical thinker. And you have Badr, who's a really good, skilled player. And you got Ahmad, who's also a pretty decent. He can play defense and he can play up front.
Badr and Ahmed, their chemistry is good.
Yeah, because they know each other from
Yeah.
before, right? So their chemistry is a little better. So that's one of the advantages, but also a disadvantage, right? If they get used to each other too
Yeah.
much and they don't involve the other players, then what if one player is not there? Then what are they going to do? So that's why it's a team sport. Remember when I talked about chess pieces, right? If you remove a piece from the chessboard, that doesn't mean the game is done,
Disadvantage. It's a
right? You got to
disadvantage,
use
but you can come back.
you got to use
Yeah,
the other
back.
pieces that you have. So so far, I think things have gone really well. I've given advice to every captain, players. I, especially going back to the Phoenix, I gave Badr an advice about passing the ball more. And last game that we played on Friday, he was actually passing the ball a lot, and others scored, not just Badr,
Yeah.
right? And the team does do better. So these are some of the things showing kids that you don't have to score to win, right? You involve others, and you have other assets that can score as well. So yeah, it's been really good.
So, and I have a specific question, another question. So, basically, you know how Alamiris is at the bottom of the thing? They've only won 1 game. You said how they haven't figured out the solution yet. Like, their team has the skill, but they aren't actually able to fully utilize it because they need to figure things out where everyone going, the positions, the roles everyone needs to play on the team. So, do you think if Alamiris figures out these roles in time, where do you think they'll stand on the leaderboard?
So remember, guys, this competition has 2 parts, right? One is winning the season. So this is a season. It has 28 games, right? Whoever wins, whoever's the first team is, wins the season. They become the champions of the season. Then there's a playoff, right? The top 4 teams go to the playoff, right? So realistically, right, it's too early to tell. It's only 6 games in. We still have 22 games left, right? So, but if I am Alamiri's captain, the advice I would be giving to my team would be, hey guys, we just have to get here. Don't worry about here right now. Right?
Makes
Just get to
sense.
4. Just let's try to
Yes.
get to the playoffs. You build on slow, slow, slow. Right? You keep it realistic. If I keep saying, oh, we're gonna finish first, and you keep losing games, your team will get demoted. Sorry, what's the word?
Demotivated.
Demotivated. Thank you. Right? You will start getting demotivated. So you look at the goal in front of you first before you start shooting for the stars.
Yeah, don't set your expectations
Yeah, so
too high. Yeah.
they have, again, long way to go. Long way to go. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a trade window that's gonna come in, and I'm gonna see what kind of unique trades that are gonna come in. Maybe Al Amiris might be able to do a unique trade, and
Maybe.
you never know, right? So there's a lot open to change here. But I think Al Amiris can figure it out. I think the captain really needs to not worry about like winning the game right now. He needs to figure out his team, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are, and
Keeping it
then
together.
go with that. And then again, I would, yeah, we'll just stop there.
Yeah. Personally, I think they might land in the top 3, but I don't know. So, I don't know. This is a I don't know, biased question. I don't know, but who do you think is gonna win?
Who do you think is gonna win?
Like I said, if you ask me, it would be a biased question.
How would it be biased? There are 5
I
teams.
would say my team, but
That's okay. Say your team.
yeah, he would say his team. So,
You're the most
if,
non-biased
other than
one.
my team, I think Phoenix or Yellow Diamonds is still the strongest contenders.
I'm not gonna say who's gonna win because again, I don't want to choose a winner because
Yeah.
tomorrow then the kids are gonna be brothers. But given the talent on each team, I think a strong possibility is Yellow Diamonds for the final. I think last 2 teams, and I think Phoenix just given the team that they've built and the chemistry that they have at the moment, it could change. Right? Again, I'm thinking there's draft day coming up. Right? Anything can happen. Right now, you have good chemistry, but in the draft window, you can draft. Who knows what?
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm looking at this strictly, if I'm looking at this standings and this right now, I think Phoenix and Yellow Diamonds, but only if they can figure it out. Yellow Diamonds still has the long way to go to figure out. Like they have good quality players, but they don't know how to play together yet.
Yeah.
That's the biggest drawback. I mean, that's the biggest weakness right now of Yellow Diamond, that they do not know how to play together. Right? The Phoenix, the reason why they're up on the top is because Badr and Ahmed have chemistry together, and you have Yusuf, that's a really good goalie.
Yeah.
Right? So those two have played together, they have chemistry. Right? Yeah, and again, the players that are suspended, what if they come back? That can change this whole board. But yeah, I think future is bright for us as a school, as students. Grade 3 and 4 are really, really excited as we're introducing their tournament. They're going
Yeah.
nuts. So it's a very healthy environment to have.
Yeah.
And that is
So,
the end of the podcast.
That's that. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. It was fun to make.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
First time.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Now a compilation of funny retakes.
Put the jacket back on. You don't need to tie it up. Just wear it. It looks better. Did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Started.
You started?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let him win.
How hard is it to wear a jacket?
I didn't know the jacket was so tight.
But that was more.
Or you can Ahmed and Badr. Okay. Green Crescent has? Yeah. No, Green Crescent has? Abdullah.
Abdullah, Zanun, me,
Okay.
Akram, Noman, and
Okay,
Adam.
and then the yellow has?
Me, Riyadh.
Okay, so I'll ask these when we're going. Okay, go.
Okay. So, Brother Fahad, I pulled up.
But Fahad again? Like what? What is this guy, bro? Brother Fahad, you should be doing this.
Okay, so, Brother Saad, I pulled up the standings for the OMA Soccer League so far. If the wins were 2 points, which I thought it was 2 points.